Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This is Scanner Fox. Come back to another episode of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3, where we're going to continue on our run as Musashi, and we're going to try and see what we can do in our quest to expand a little bit in this particular episode. So, after a little bit of thought, I've been sitting here kind of thinking of like, what exactly do I want to do going forward? And being the fact that we are still I believe, a Ritsuryu government type, because I believe everyone is this early on into the game at 870. So we eventually want to get to where we get the Soryu government type, and that means that we can actually play a little bit more of a traditional feudal style, where we can actually kind of expand in war and stuff like that as we go forward. But for right now, this early in the game, we can't do that. So I kind of have to pivot from my natural tendencies to constantly want to fight with everybody. So I kind of want to focus on playing a little bit taller, at least for the time being, which means I kind of want to focus on development inside of my county. So if you actually look at all of the development in a lot of the counties around us, there's a lot of lower development with people around us. Right now we're currently at 8, which means we're a little bit higher than most everyone around us. But if you get towards the capital, you're running into 11, 9, 9, stuff like that. So we want to kind of build up a little bit to where we can kind of rival that of the capital region over here. And we kind of want to upgrade our manor, which will kind of contribute to us having a higher development growth, higher income, and stuff like that. So, and also, one thing that we want to do is we want to upgrade our manor to a large mansion. Going from mansion to large mansion does allow us to establish a Sorio fief. So that is something that we can do a little bit later on once we get to that point. But for right now, we're going to just kind of look at what we can do and build up some money, and then once we get to that point, we can. So without further ado, let's go ahead and continue on. We're going to try to do as many things as we can that are inside our own province. Sometimes we have those little events pop up, so we're going to focus a lot on those. Hopefully, we can try and make a little bit of money from those. We do have a titles for sale event, so let's go ahead and let's look at that. I do have to be careful. I do need to read these, make sure these are important. Let's go ahead and take the 22 gold. Gold's more important than influence at this point because I'm not going to really use that for the time being. So let's go ahead and focus on that. Um, our spouse got us a little bit of, looks like either piety or influence. Couldn't really see it right there. And we did get another daughter. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully, at some point, we do get a son. I don't know how likely that is at this point, but if nothing else, we do have a daughter that we can marry off and keep her matrilineal so it stays within the family. So there's still that going for us as well. I kind of want to see now, like without like I don't really know how much this is going to affect, but let's go ahead and let's look at the different things that we can do with the Emperor. Is there anything that we can actually do? Request core position, foster legitimacy, stuff like that. Doesn't really look like it. So doesn't really look like there's anything in particular that we can do. So we'll focus on just worrying about our own self for right now. Sure, whatever. That's fine. I wasn't too worried about that. If we could have got that little thing, that'd have been nice. Okay, so stewardship. We're gonna kind of work our way down, trying to get to the centralization. Um, perk that way that we can get the plus 30 the plus zero point 0.3 per month in realm capital growth. We're also going to use these as well. Cutting cornerstones and professional workplace is really good for us building things going forward, and if we're going to be upgrading our mansion, it's super important that we get to that point where we can use that. So definitely going to be focusing a lot on that side of things. Let's go ahead and travel real quick. um, has established Japanese noble family Yamaga, whatever. I'm not too worried about that. And let's see. Let's take the 64 over 36 chance. Don't know how. Ah, it didn't work. Okay, well that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Sometimes you gotta take the chances for things like that, and it'll work out for you. Sometimes it doesn't. That's okay though. All right, one thing I do want to do, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade. Oh, we can't until we get our large mansion. Never mind. So we still have to sit here and wait for a little bit, but that's okay. Nothing to worry about there. Kompaktu Minamoto Toru of Japan. Okay, let's see. Imperial policy disarmament. All the way word from the Imperial Palace that the Heian Kyo, where today Kampaktu Toru will proclaim a new policy in the name of Yashitomo. Messengers will soon be dispatched to all corners of the empire, heralding the Tenyo's decree. Japan is beset by strife and injustice. Violence must be curtailed and weaponry confiscated from those without cause. Ooh. So the development goes up, which is nice, but Sorio vassals are a little bit more upset, which doesn't affect us because we're not there yet. And the men at arms do cost a little bit more. And the internal casus belli does go up. May construct a castle holding. So if we do get that, that'd be pretty. Oh, we can't. We can. Oh, we can make a castle holding. That's pretty cool. Okay, we do get this little favor, which is nice as well. Okay, let's actually look at that real quick. So we currently have a castle, but we can in fact construct another castle, but we're missing gold for it. But that is something that we can do a little bit later on. We already have a temple, and that this might actually be really, really good for us at some point in the future. But for right now, not too worried about that. We do have a grandson, which is cool. So there's that. Although he's not going to be of our family, so there is, it's a little bit whatever. Okay, so House Musashi will join Sugawara. Okay, so we can leave the Saga block and move to the Sugawara, which I think I kind of want to do because I believe the Saga is really, really strong. I believe they're actually a really strong house blocks. I think that's actually, if I want to say that might have been like what either the king or the emperor is in. But if we're in the block that I think we're in, yeah, we're actually one of the stronger people in there. So you can see like we're at 500 total troops. They're at 556. House of Aspiration differs from the leading block. I'm not too worried about that. We might be able to change that as time goes on. I'm not gonna fret too much about that right now. Let's focus on what we have right here. Ooh, we're actually gonna take the gold here. I think that gets us to our next upgrade. Yeah, that actually gets us to upgrade level 2, which is really, really, really nice. Ooh, oh, I actually learned the Korean language. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't even know that I was doing that. I guess that's what that was down there. Probably should have paid a little bit more attention. That's a little bit newbie of me, but yeah, I feel accomplished. Let's go ahead and do that. That's awesome actually. And we're just gonna wait for this to upgrade. Shouldn't actually take that long. 6 months goes by pretty quick at 5 times speed. Okay, pause for just a second. We are going to go ahead and we are going to do a few things here. We're going to go ahead and give ourselves, I believe, a personal workplace. This is really good for building time, domicile, building, and income is up to 0.35. It doesn't really help as much with the development, but it does help with money, which is something that we're going to have to just deal with as well. So we're just going to leave that be for now. And I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the rice plot whenever I do get the 76 gold. So I'm going to hold off on any other improvements for the time being. Ooh, and there we go. We can go ahead and do professional workforce, which increases or decreases the time to build stuff. So that's great as well. Ooh, okay. We do have a Soryu war going on right now. Let's see what's going on. Oh, where is he? He's declared war against somebody. Let's see where this defender is. Oh, he's right here. Interesting. Okay. So someone declared themselves Soryu, but of course the Empire is gonna go against that. So we're gonna just sit this one out for now. I'm not too worried about that. Oh, that actually is really good. Cooperative stonemasons again decreasing the building time, which is super huge. Let us go ahead and upgrade this whenever we get there. So, oh shoot, we're gonna have to pay for a core physician. Unfortunately, we came down with being ill, which I don't want to die right now because we are kind of at a bad point, um, if anything else. So we're just gonna kind of try and keep ourselves healthy. I'd rather just make sure that this character doesn't die and we can do something a little bit later on. We do have another grandson, which is cool. That's great. Is this Oh, and these are both from our heir, which is really nice. So have to keep that. going right there. Let's see how our development's looking, because this is kind of like what we're focusing on right now. So let's look at, well, we'll actually look at them all at one time. Let's look at ours. Ours is at 9 right now, where if you look at over here to the capital is at 11. So we're almost actually caught up to them, and we're probably going to be at 10 here before long. So keeping things going. Oh, we do have a player, Aaron's son now. We do have a son from our current wife. So actually right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and break the betrothal. Um, no, we'll leave it be. I'm actually okay. That's fine. Because we don't have a whole lot of land anyway, so we're not going to lose it. Okay, we'll actually do that. Changing that's the house aspiration kind of is nice. And giving us a little bit of gold there is also pretty good. So let's go ahead and let's upgrade that, and that'll help everything out a little bit. I want to see like what was the upgrade there. Yeah, it went to 10 on that, so we count our blessings there. And I want to go ahead and construct a family archives since we are in that particular aspiration. That does in fact help us. It gives us +1 to stewardship, which is good. So now we can actually have another holding if we really want to. And it does help us with influence, which influence might be helpful later on. So we'll circle back to the influence thing a little bit later on. So I do want to see if we wanted to go to war, measure cannot declare war against each other. Instead, they are encouraged to spend influence for appointment succession and schemes to acquire titles. So let's go ahead and look at. I want to see what these guys next to us are like. I want to see if like we challenge them. What are we using? We're using powerful family rating house reduced by 5%. Okay, let's do that. We can go ahead and invite as many people as we want to this. We'll do that, and that'll decrease time. Just trying to see what this will do because I actually haven't done anything with my influence yet, so I might as well try it. We'll actually go ahead and take that payment right there. Betrothed can marry, so we'll do that. And while we're sitting here waiting, we'll go ahead and we will upgrade our stuff over here. I actually kind of want to go over here to the construct new internal upgrade. We can actually upgrade things like rice stores, rice brokerages, tenant farmers, which I kind of want to do that. I want to go ahead and do the tenant farmers, which I believe is just like straight up just better than the actual rice farmers because it's scattered rice plots and then upgrade tenant farmers, and this is like a whole separate thing inside of it. So I think it's just like multiple upgrades into one thing, and then we can do that as well. So this is actually just going to be a huge boost to us because we get the plus 0.55 and the plus 0.3, which just, yeah, that just helps us out just tremendously. So we're just going to leave that be for now. And we're actually going to do centralization, which will help. Okay, I accept it, that's fine. Let's go ahead and let's look at what we have down here for this. So we're at the max I think we can be for that. Let's remove this guy. And let's look at acceptance. This guy's actually not too bad. Hold up, we're gonna leverage we're gonna leverage 3. We're gonna use our influence. And we might even do that. Okay. So that guy so now we can go up to 58 plus which we can use because we're going up to 11 anyway. We're actually going to go up to 15, I think, and just be safe with it, just to see if that gives us enough to be able to win this challenge. Okay, so let's see. Leverage advantages. Spends that. Powerful family revenue reduces by 5%. You gain. Okay, cool. That's actually pretty cool. I want to see who's all in our block now because that's something that I haven't like really looked at. So okay, so the Sugawaras are all right here. So this is one guy that's in there. Um, Undermine governance might be pretty good. We'll do that for now. And I'm just trying to see if we do this, if this actually allows us to somehow or another be able to get that particular province because it's right next to us, and if we can do that, that'd be super super good. Let's see what we have here. We'll take the 50 gold, and that should be good. Who is this like? Oh, ask to influence candidacy. Ask Kokushi Motomichi to promote you or your house member in becoming a future governor of the ruling region. Let's do that. Is he the person over it right now? Yes, he is. Okay. So maybe if we can actually start the scheme to actually sway his opinion of us, that might actually be in our benefit. So we'll do that for now. I'm just trying to get a feel for how this works, the inheritance and the actually acquiring of land as we go forward. So something that we can just like kind of like look at. Let's look at what we can actually upgrade from the family from the other internal upgrade here. So we have a Makoshu Cellars, we have Gambling Den, and we have the Sumo Hall, which I definitely want to do. Just honestly, that'd just be cool to have like Sumo Hall in there. That just sounds like a cool thing to add in there. We cannot upgrade this at all, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. We can upgrade the Sumo Hall to the next one, which is fine. And the Foot, with this a Hastilder trade experience gains is up, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and we'll just do that. Upgrade that to 2. And we're doing pretty good with money. Like we're actually gaining quite a bit, um, like like a pretty good bit here and there. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll do the corrupt bureaucracy. I know that that sounds kind of bad because of the popular opinion, but that's okay for now. And we could do another internal upgrade, but I kind of want to wait on that because some of these are probably pretty good. I want to kind of upgrade this straight up for the time being, which we do not have manneralism yet, so that's something that we have to get through our innovations, which we're not going to get for a while. So it looks like level 3 on our manners is just not going to happen just yet. So just hold off on that one. And we can go ahead and upgrade the personal workshop, which is good. Takes us 54 days, so we're going to do that. And we can't upgrade the family archive, but we can upgrade something over here. The bower is fine, but we're not going to use that. The lacquer is okay. I kind of want to do carpenter. Yes, I think I'm going to do carpenter. I think that's better. And let's look at the family archives. So we have the daigaku. The tutor salary goes down. Government efficiency of house members is +5. This is actually not bad. This right here actually kind of makes this a little bit more worth it than you would initially think. The law library is okay, but nothing great. And not too big a fan of that one. I'm just going to go with the Daigaku. And I think that one will be good for the long-term gain of our from the family and being able to be efficient as governors and stuff like that. Because every little thing helps with that, I think. Does this guy like us a little better? He does. If we could influence candidacy, let's see. No. I meant to click this down here. Ask to influence candidacy to us. We're still at 17, which is not the best, but that's okay. We're getting there. Some of these people are just like changing. So a lot of these different places I've seen around us change quite a bit, which is kind of interesting. I do want to educate him through myself because I have great stats now, apparently. And how old is he now? He is 3, which means that we can go towards the learning focus I kind of want to set him to. Oh, he's rowdy. Let's see. Okay, I kind of want to go to intrigue here. Yeah, let's actually do that. I'm going to send him down intrigue, and I'm gonna kind of leave that for another time as to what I'm actually thinking with that. So we're gonna leave that be for now. I'm gonna explain that a little bit later on, but that's perfectly fine. The other thing I want to do is help out grandson. Let's go ahead and educate him as well, and we can make him marshal. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make him keep him at the marshal one. That's fine. I'll let those two be our wards right now, since those are the two that probably are the most likely to take over for me once this character does pass. He's already 43, so hopefully he lasts a little bit longer, but you never know. Impeccable household, which is good. And we did go up in fame, so that's great as well. Let's see. So let's look at some activities that we can do, because we haven't done any. I kind of want to just leave all of this. Yeah, let's kind of just leave that. Decisions we could do. Wonder what this will do. The riches of the Silk Road aren't all in coins. Sometimes there's new thoughts. Travel, come back from bazaar to bazaar, visit the right, um, talk to the right people, and learn secrets unknown to the wider world. Okay, let's do in China, Tibet, India, Central Asia, Central Asia. Let's do this one. Let's go ahead and let's go to China. Okay, let's go ahead. We need a caravan master though. Let's go ahead and point that guy there. And let's hire some guards, and let's also hire some captains. The total cost is going to cost 18, so once we get there, we will go ahead and do that. Yes. All right, we're going to go ahead and start traveling. And let's go ahead and do, um, let's do this one. This is my domain. Yeah, because our don't like our actual own our own taxes are going to be better than everybody else's. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's do that. How far is this? This is probably going to be quite a little ways. Oh my goodness, it's actually like it's actually so crazy because we are a long ways. All right, we're gonna do that. We're just gonna keep an eye on our travels here because this is quite a long trek for us. But with at 5 times speed this early on, it's actually not too bad. That's fine. We'll do that. Nothing too crazy there. Well, I got the traveler trait, which is nice. All right, I gained the 50 gold, which is nice. Okay, and we're almost back. Okay, we got 20 more gold. We're actually gotten pretty rich off of this, crazily enough. We got so much gold on this, so that's pretty nice. All right, cool. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and let's assign that person there. Let's look at and then now as we roll into 25 total minutes of this episode, let's go ahead and look at our development. We are currently at 10, and it does look like we are actually tied with the capital, which is crazy. So I guess we're like right there amongst the bests in just about all of Japan. There's only a few places that actually have less than we do. Let's see if we can't right quick ask to influence candidacy. This is me. 100% will not. Wow, 100% will not. Or how about this one? Hmm. Well, no, it's not really what I wanted to do. Let's see. Hmm. Actually, we're going to go ahead and hold that there because I was going to look to see if I can't do anything with this guy right here, but we might have to just hold off on until the next episode. We've done quite a few things here. We went ahead and improved many of our stuff over here. We're going to improve some more stuff now that we're at 145 gold, and we have increased our development quite a bit. But I'm going to kind of look into some things because I think in the next episode or two, I want to start trying to expand a little bit. We do have a domain size cap of 2, so we can actually expand ourselves, and I'm going to kind of look into how I can do that in the next episode. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. It means right deal. We are closing in on 500, so if you can go ahead and subscribe, that would mean a great deal. And any tips that you have can be left in the comment section below. Again, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.